I once read a CNP note that said, "No functional limitations reported," when a veteran was actually missing 6 days a week a month. That one line changed the whole outcome. I'm Cameron Burrell. Here's how to make sure your exam note doesn't do that to you.
Welcome to the Veteran Benefits Reset Podcast. We help veterans and families understand the VA disability process, one step at a time. If you've got a CNP exam coming up, this episode will give you a short, practical plan. What to say, how to say it, what to bring, and one concrete thing to finish before the appointment. Quick reminder up front, this is general education, not legal or medical advice. For case-specific guidance, check current VA sources and consider working with a VA-accredited VSO, claims agent, or attorney. So, what's the examiner actually doing? They're documenting what they see, measure, and what you report. They're answering questions for the VA, not deciding your claim on the spot. They look for objective signs, like range of motion, test results, scars, and then they document functional impact, how symptoms affect work, sleep, daily tasks.
Think of your symptom story like a short mission report.
Start with what began it and how often it happens. Then say what makes it worse and what it actually prevents you from doing. Sounds simple, right? Here's what trips people up. Rather than "my back hurts," try "my lower back pain flares 3 to 4 times a week. It worsens when I bend to pick up a box or stand more than 15 minutes. When it flares, I can't bend forward to put on shoes, and I need to sit for 20 to 30 minutes to recover." Short, factual sentences. Anchors like times, distances, and recovery length make a statement verifiable.
Another quick vignette. I get migraines about twice a week that last 4 to 6 hours. Bright lights and noise trigger them. When one hits, I can't drive, and I usually lie down for 3 to 4 hours. That gives timing, triggers, treatment, and function all at once.
What about words to avoid? Skip absolutes like always or never. They're easy to discredit. Use most days, about half the time, or exact counts when you can. Here's a phrase bank to adapt. I first noticed this in month/year after event. I have this symptom about X times per week. When it happens, I can't task, and I usually need time to recover. Practicing these once or twice helps them sound natural.
Be candid. Don't downplay because you're nervous, and don't exaggerate because you think it sounds better. Examiners notice inconsistencies.
I know this is uncomfortable. Talking about pain or mood isn't easy, but your words become part of a permanent record, so clarity matters more than drama.
A buddy of mine stopped working because the exam never captured how bad his flare-ups were. Don't let that happen to you.
Bring a short packet, service records or incident reports, the most recent treatment notes that show the condition over time, a current medication list, up to 2 lay statements, and your 1-page symptom summary.
Keep it compact. One neat packet is easier for the examiner to review than a loose stack during a busy schedule.
Here's a 1-page symptom summary template you can adapt. 1. Main diagnosis or complaint. 2. Onset and brief service connection note. 3. Frequency and duration. 4. Typical triggers. 5. 2 clear functional limitations with examples. 6. Current treatments and meds. 7. Date and contact for your VSO if you have one.
Sample sentence for that summary. PTSD-related nightmares. Onset 2012 after deployment. Nightmares occur 4 or 5 nights per week. Wake me fully, I lose 2 to 3 hours of sleep, and my daytime concentration drops. This leads to missing work 1 to 2 days per month during spikes. During the exam, you'll get straightforward and sometimes leading questions. If a question seems unclear, say, "Can you repeat that? I want to answer correctly." Simple and polite. If the examiner writes something that doesn't match what you meant, correct them. "Excuse me, that's not what I meant. What I meant was," most examiners will update factual errors when you point them out calmly.
Red flags. Changing your story between visits. Giving big new details without dates. or a long emotional narrative without concrete examples. Also avoid medical conclusions you can't support. Describe the experience and treatment history instead.
If dates are fuzzy, say so. Give approximate time frames and explain why exact dates are hard to recall. The VA expects imperfect records. Consistency and corroboration matter most. One practical exercise. The night before your exam, read your most recent treatment notes and your one-page summary out loud once. It helps your wording stay consistent and sound conversational.
Recap. Examiners document signs and functional impact. Tell a short, organized symptom story using timing, triggers, frequency, and functional examples. Bring a concise packet and the one-page summary, and correct errors politely during the exam.
Your one practical action before your next CNP. Write and print a one-page symptom summary using the template I described. Date it, sign it if you want, and bring it in a clear folder to hand to the examiner at check-in.
Again, this episode is educational, not legal or medical advice. Check current VA guidance and consider working with a VA-accredited representative when appropriate, especially if your records are complex or you're appealing.
Thank you for listening to the Veteran Benefits Reset podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with another veteran who could benefit. Download your free 7-step Veteran Benefits Reset Guide at vetbizmedia.com/veteran7. Your service did not expire. Your story is still worth reviewing. Take the next responsible step.